テステス。セカンドスクリーンと爪の調子がおかしいので、ちょくちょく進行が止まるかもしれない。
Right up and allow yourself the pleasure of my company. Today only I am offering the people of Yelvan a special... What am I offering? Blast! The potion's wearing off. A potion. His potion, I mean. Oleander Sinclair. See, I'm not really him. He being a dead guy I found in a mine nearby. Maybe I took his coin and drank one of his potions. That's when I could make potions? Tonics, cordials, restoratives. Turns out I really like alchemy, but the potion's effects are fading. Will you help me? Let's just say before I became Oleander Sinclair, I was less a travelling alchemist and more of a robber of travelling alchemists and other people. Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Well, that was kind of rude.
Proceed no farther, mortal. You are not one of our kind, and the seat of Sir Sagrel will never be occupied by one so mundane. Hallam the White prepares the contest, and he must not be interrupted at this our time. I am known as the Squire. It is my duty to assist the Chancellor of the House of Ballads. The mortals in Gorehart believe trees may be cut down, vines stripped away. He was one of our most beloved knights. I did not fear them in previous seasons. They were at this new breed of mad fae has seized the court of winter in its grip. There can only be a summer and a winter. The House of Ballads is home to the Court of Enchantment. There are three main... The Hall of Accolades is where the finest fae crop. The storyteller leads us all in the telling of the great songs of only the greatest heroes of the summer. Their glory unites all fae in a common... It is to fill, and this is not a mortal concern. Farewell.
Listen, all of you. As you've clearly heard, a rare vacancy has occurred in the House of Ballads. There has been an event, a great twist in the narrative of our kind. Sir Sagrel has fallen. Sagrel, slayer of Ozigan, defender of the crown of Haxi, has been defeated. A death in the House of Ballads gives an opportunity, a chance for one hero to join the ranks of the greatest champions in fae-telling. Olaine, Creth, Wenson the Bold. Do any of you, have the courage to pass the confirmation? If you do, your adventures will be sung to the heavens for all eternity.
What do you want?
This does not concern you, mortal. You would not, could not. Sir Sagrel's passing leaves his legend in peril. A seat in the House of Ballads cannot remain. We are our great knight. They remind us of who we are and what Sir Sagrel, slayer of several days ago, in this telling, it was the thresh that bested Sagrel. Such an outcome has never happened. I don't know what to make of it. Thank you. May the cycle lead you to rest in your proper place.
Glynel, I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Intriguing. And why would such a thing be revealed to a child of dust?
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Glynel, Lore Master of the House of Ballads. Give the Codex over to him, and he may have your answers. Lore Master Glynel has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient fae stories. The Codex he found isn't just any lore stone. Just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to shed some light on the issue. I'm a woman of many talents, and we're all taught that we must use our talents for the greatest good, right? Glynel's one of the greatest balladeers amongst the Fae, and as it happens, He owes me a favor. The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and the current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court, the Winter Court, or the Unseelie. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court. But since the Tuatha have seized power, the Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court. They use raw prismia to enhance. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. Titarian isn't quite what you'd expect. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Titarian has become distant. The Fae do not have a written language, so their tales are their lifeblood. The House of Ballads is where they enshrine these legends and celebrate them, time and again. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but for a long time they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts. Now we fight Gadflow and we've known for a long time that Prismia crystals allow us to store, but we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. You haven't been around much, have you? Right now, they're only threatening my people. The Codex of Fate is no simple lore stone. It's more subtle and complex than any mortal could comprehend. Be on your way.
You must be Lady Shear's friend. She speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough, but let's see this codex. The fabled Codex of Destiny. When the Fate Weavers formed their order, our High King gave his own wisdom to assist them. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift, but why did it reveal itself to you? Nonsense. All children of dark. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm sure you think it is. I fear you must have been taken in by a forgery, a perfectly created one. But this Codex speaks of impossible things, changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresy. I'm sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies. Is there a meaning to it? Only its author can tell you. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly new and tragic. First of all, we ignore this fool. Most Fae aren't comfortable with change, and you are certainly something new. I'm afraid that only one person will really be able to help us with the Codex, the High King himself. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Nirelem is a private person, and he can, although perhaps person, you'll find him in southeast Dalantoth at Caer Nirelem. Just head towards the jump. You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Nirelem and I have our disagreements. Nirelem is the oldest living mortal. He rarely grants an audience to visitors. His tenders say he knows the future. None of us could have foreseen the rise of Gadflow and his army, but we should have. That old coward. He may have lived 100 heroic lives. That Codex isn't just a complicated lore stone. It seems to tell a tale most Fae don't want to hear. Good luck with Nirelem, and ignore anything he says about me.
My. Is Star Camp being visited by a goddess? You're in Star Camp, home of the Traveller's Dove. Now, I don't suppose you came here by accident. Us? Well, I've seen fist-sized rubies, living people. Why join? The Travellers are renowned. You want riches? We'll help you take them. Oh, you're breaking my... When such a time is...
The boggarts bring the blood plague.
I'm sorry, but there's no plague shield left.
None at all.
I'm sorry.
Ah, the castle. This tells me that your tavern will be a part of Loch Dyden for decades to come?
Last month you told me that the plague would take us all.
I know, but that's not what fate says anymore.
Damn it, Agarth. You're cut off.
Yeah, and I bet I know whose fault that is.
How did a person's fate just change like that? This doesn't make any sense.
This is the 3 lamps. Plague's put my own grave... All right, all right.
It's your fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to... I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in... Damn it. I thought I had my life figured out. Not for a fate weaver, it isn't. But that's just the problem. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated the first time I saw my own fate. I realized it was nothing but a curse. My own death, of course. But not a hero's death as I had always dreamed. It was a terrible end. But I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to... You're right. That means I've got to make sure you... After all, I don't just owe you my life. Why, I once tracked a Yeth of They've set up in a... I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work. They took a big risk. They're using something... The main entrance is heavily guarded, and will require a strong attack. The other route is trapped. It'll need a subtler approach. I don't have an answer for that. I can't imagine what about you made straightforward and direct. I'll cover the back and make sure they can't escape to report back. Let's track down some trouble.
This is the Garden Hill village, traveler.
Welcome to our famed craft hall. If you've come to buy, you... may speak with Olin or myself. Come back anytime.
Looking for a blacksmith. Forgive me. Blood plague, you know.
You're always welcome at the Crafters. Guild. Come back anytime. Interested in blacksmithing or alchemy? You're welcome to our equipment. Come back anytime.
Good evening.
Another wanderer on the road. This traveler's camp is open to all. Rest if you need, or trade. They are life as it is meant to be. Mortals who do not cloister themselves. They value freedom and practice simplicity. Or shall I say, we value freedom and practice. I am Kilgaren. I am unfamiliar with the title the Knave of Coins. I know the lands and shadows and winding paths when others fear to even speak to. This place has been walked by many, and this copse was. You are young among our number. I would not color your perception. May the wind be at your back.
Heroine Colt's been teaching stealth skills for years. No better instructor than her.
Well, Nerilim says few words. Nerilim would not mention you unless there was some pressing matter of fate. We care for the tree. It is an honor to be one of the chosen who meditate in the shade of Nerilim is wiser than King Titarian, and older than memory itself, chosen by the summer. Occasionally I'm privileged enough to go with wisdom.
Careful where you tread, for these grounds are secret.
Nerilim, may your wisdom grow. She bested Threng in combat fair. Finian's cycles kept. The exploits of this maiden's role, a burdensome and heavy toll. She lived among the mortal clans and bargained with their kind. Throughout the town they stood in fear of the brilliant fighter near.
Come closer, little curiosity. The curious one seeks a way to the Fae, but it has found its way to the boughs of the World Tree instead. Rest, Quickling, and I may study you. Look around you, and I am all that you can see. My roots spread across Dalantarth. My leaves read the winds from Frostbrine Coast to Alabastra. My family and I circle this world. We were saplings when your kind emerged from the dark, and we will grow with you until this world burns. My roots spread wide and deep. The time of the Fae is passing. I must shelter them in their twilight, and protect them from the Prismere corruption that spreads in their kin. I know your needs, but the Pisa's end has always been certain. Where you tread, you mark all you touch. Before I would help you, I must know. Will you be a kind god? Like all quicklings, you are eager to... A tribe of trolls has been corrupted. You can change this fate, but to what? In doing so, you may awaken a more dangerous threat. She walks a dark and tangled path, but your path is your own now. Defeat Nash, remove the... Then I shall see who you are. If not, who you will... The troll matriarch and her brood await at Haxi. Their corruption burnt the troll matriarch. Prismere has corrupted her, making her cruel, cunning. She bears the marks of the Tuatha, and she shares their murder. Aelin Shear is a mystery and a simplicity. She is focused in a way few quicklings are. Together you have walked dark paths beneath my boughs. The last great Fae city. In thanks to High King Titarian, I am as world trees have ever been since the dawn of time. The fates of quicklings, you are unique among them. You decide your own.
like the sun, but they will never. Only one Fae has ever truly changed. To creatures of flesh like yourself, Prismeer is a powerful. To them, it is a curse. I can no longer ignore the quickly fools who hack and walk your path and watch your ally.
Careful where you tread, for these grounds are sacred.
I have waited 200 years for Nirelum to speak.
Nirelum was a sapling long ago, when Dalentarth was a baby.
I'd find you here. That damned tree sent me. He has roots and branches all through the forest. But I was so hoping you'd be enough of a distraction. He said we should walk this path together. Thought I could help you, or maybe that you could help me. The gardens of Issa, between the madness of the war and the spread. I've never met Nash. Trolls and Doppelfar rarely invite each other to tea. But if she's so corrupted that Niralim is nervous about her, then she must pose a bigger threat than most trolls. Let's not keep Nash waiting. Trolls aren't normally this well organized. Even the biggest clans never built dens this deep. What are the two Arthur doing here?
This is your
There's a time to talk and a time to fight. The only way. If these trolls ever went on a rampage, they could destroy half of Dalentar. Looks like the Tuatha have been working here for a long time. If they've come this far inland, we're all in grave danger. Prismir, what have the Tuatha done to her? Nice work. I see you haven't forgotten how to... Still, this is bad. I didn't think the Tuatha would reach this far. At least not so soon. Obviously, the Tuatha have big... Infusing the trolls with Prismere. Trying to bring the war to Dalantarth? Neuralin was right to be concerned. To the contrary. Until you can go, talk to the tree. I'm sure he'll let you into eat. You can tell the old mossy log yourself. I'll be tracking down any other Tuatha that may have come this far west. I'll find you again when the time is right.
story of two valiant souls I bring. Of the lords named Aermer and Creth I sing. Two hearts united against common foes. The thoughts in mind of one the other knows. Lord Creth, of Fey knights most stoic and grave. Lord Aermer's night hand and shadow, the brave. And genteel Aermer, his equal in might, the dawn to Creth's dusk, the day to his night. Here's the tale of how they stopped. The troll named Nyx had a most troubled heart. In nature it was displeased with its part. It hated its difference from the norm, and wished to shed its current form. In grief it went to the maid Windermere. She motioned to Nyx and beckoned him near. "It is your wish to be human, I see," she whispered to the troubled troll in glee. "I shall grant you your wish and make you so. You are a human now," she cackled. "Go."
What are you bothering? Before. had a hard enough time just... So if you don't mind, let's make this quick. Or better yet, leave me to the... task at hand. Stay alert.
The widow? I've seen those beasts. They ripped my husband to shreds in front of me. Beware the forest. You're one of us, whether you like it or not. Marked for widows spare you.
What are you bothering me for?
終わりますん。ご視聴ありがとうでした。